evening, my fellow exorcists, and welcome to the lair of the film Exorcist. Tonight, Exorcist and I will be reviewing The Owl House. Self-assured teenager Luz stumbles upon a portal to a magical realm where she befriends a rebellious witch, Ida, and a tiny warrior, King. Despite not having any magical abilities, Luz pursues her dream of becoming a witch by serving as Ida's apprentice.
Can we really call him a warrior? I don't think we call King a warrior. I think we call him a king of demons. Sadly, they didn't mention Hootie in that description, the funnest character of this series.
Oh, are you saying that because I personally like Hootie?
That, and because who cannot forget that Hoot Hoot?
Oh.
And plus, he is one of the best side characters next to...
I mean, I think that all of the side characters are colorful and amazing in their own way, I gotta say.
And plus, wasn't this made by someone who also worked on Gravity Falls?
No, I didn't see that, but I would believe it because it kind of reminds me of Gravity Falls in a certain way.
It does have that character design, and it does have that kind of adventurous, mythical creature, supernatural element.
It's light and fun, but it has like a real dark side, and it's like kind of gruesome at times.
You can also believe kind of with the background design, you could believe that they're in the same universe.
Like genuinely scary.
Exactly.
I could believe that they are in the same universe.
I think the most we can talk about with this is everybody's favorite couple in this series, Amity and Luz Nocida. It's a trope that's been done so many times. It's the enemy turned friend turned romantic relationship.
I think you could have just said enemies to lovers, and they would have gotten that.
Yeah, that's the trope that's been done so many times. But this one, why does it feel so fresh? I mean, it's been done in every lesbian story a lot. I think Luz is like 14, 15.
Yeah, that makes sense. Checks out. Either way, school bully.
Turned romantic.
Well, I mean, like, you get, like, she's not just like a two-dimensional bully.
She's obvious. No,
like,
she's not.
You get more about, like, obviously, like, you know, even with, like, regular school bullies, they, like, normally have something going on at home.
Which she does.
Yeah, and which Amity does. And, you know, why she hangs out with the people that she hangs out with, and, you know, she eventually, you know, becomes more than just that. There's, like, genuine, like, character development for her, and she's, like, one of my favorite characters.
Exactly, and you also get, like, she's being a bit controlled by, her friend, supposedly, Bashka.
Yeah.
Who kind of picks on her later on also when she starts standing up for Luz, and I'm blanking on the name of the cute little pixie girl that hangs out with Luz. Willow.
I keep wanting to say like Blossom or Bloom. It's something flower related.
Well, I mean, she is kind of like those characters in a way.
Yeah, she is like a Blossom.
And while at the beginning she seems like you're the side character that's always quiet and afraid to do anything, she has some really good scenes in this show, like with the sports episode, which makes fun of Quidditch and wizardry sports teams. We do get a lot of development in the second season, like when we learn about her past friendship with Amity. And how that almost kills them both, essentially. Like, it's very similar to that Harley Quinn episode where we go into Harley Quinn's mind and We learn about her past. We also get development with Ida, the owl lady, who I love that, and I love how she actually kind of looks like an owl with the gray and white hair that she has. And most of this is because she does turn into this giant owl beast that attacks whoever gets near her because of her sister's screw-ups, because she was one of the better witches in their family, and she decides not to join a covenant, but she was going to because she was up for the internship. So her sister deforms her in a way. You need to get at her, so she loses the internship, and this does heavily fall onto both of them. They're two sides of the same coin, and it's not really until the last episode of the first season that we really see how much Lilith actually cares about her sister. We also get a really good villain in Emperor Bellows in this. Like, he is the he's similar to Silco in Arcane, in a way. Like, he's controlling everything and he has an ulterior motive. We technically don't know. I mean, there's a lot of speculation he might be the human that created the portal in the first place that let Luz come into the demon world, but it's not really confirmed. Apparently there's this whole lore that we still have to figure out within the second half of season 2, which is actually coming out in February, so we're not too far off. I also kind of like Hunter. He's supposed to be a bad guy, but also you see he's similar to Jinx in the way that he's being manipulated constantly by Emperor Bellows because he's technically his adopted son or nephew, whatever you want to call him. And he makes it very clear to him that without Bellows, he wouldn't exist, but also it's possible that maybe Hunter is a clone of Bellows, which nobody can confirm. We also get a sweet romance between Ida and Rain.
Oh man, that hit me right in the feels. I want it so bad.
It's such a good episode.
Yeah, but they can't be together, and it breaks my heart.
And to be honest, that's kind of Ida's fault because she didn't want to let anyone in on her curse. But
so she distanced herself.
She distanced herself, and that ends up getting him captured by Bellows. And we are still waiting for a development on what happens with that.
Right.
But I do like the little musical duet that they do in the forest during that episode.
Yes, that was very sweet. And that ultimately he was like, you gotta go and do what's best for you, which was a very noble.
He is a very noble guy. It's too bad we only see him for 2 episodes, maybe less.
The potential for what this could be, but it's getting cut. So
it's getting cut so badly. I mean,
so there's so much in there that needs development. But we're not gonna get any of it.
Because Disney is so bullshit when it comes to diversity and LGBTQ. Well, there's the new movie Encanto where it took a while to make Mirabelle bisexual. Well, there was definitely a huge fight for this to make Luz and Amity a part of the community. There was almost no relationship between them.
I like how bold and just kind of normal it is, especially because younger kids, and even in my experience, I knew as young as 8th grade. My friend knew in 5th grade, so seeing yourself represented on screen, like, is important, you know, is validating.
And this was like a huge stepping stone for them.
Oh, yeah. Like, just in general, I can't think of any other kid show like this. Like, shows it in that. They're just, like, so open about it.
The only problem is there is also censorship in other countries where, like, there's this romantic scene that Luz and Amity have together. It's just Luz in the episode, apparently in different countries. I also like the little message thing they did during the episode where Luz is sick, like the "you are beautiful" or something.
Something.
Like it was kind of cute. I mean, it took me a while, or I had to look it up to find out what she was actually saying. But when I did, it was. I do like when people use symbols. Like my girlfriend, Carissa, does a lot of like. Instead of sending me, "That's great," she sends a bunch of grapes. Like, it's adorable, and I love how they did this in this series.
Yeah.
I also like how they started off with, like, the Grom episode. Like, they don't ask each other out, but they end up together because one doesn't want the other one fighting alone because she feels bad for nominating her. But also the other one is willing to help.
Yeah, definitely the Grom episode is like
It's definitely one of the better episodes.
I think it's like comparable to the episode of Steven Universe where they explicitly say that Garnet is a fusion. But that episode, I feel like that's like this kind of episode.
Agreed. On top of that, I also really like the Hootie episode where he's trying to save everyone. And he's got this like little letter diary that he's sending to Lilith, who that is a really good friendship right there. Like everybody hates on Hootie in that series, well, in the TV series, but there's this one person that relies on Hootie and realizes he's doing good. He's doing his best while everyone's just bashing him. And that is Lilith, the originally villainous character, who turns out to be a good-hearted character, despite the shit she's put her sister through. Ida losing her magic in season 1, like, that was a big development, like. And then having to learn how to do the glyphs that Luz has been doing as a human for the entire series. And it's kind of cute that the master becomes the apprentice.
That was cute.
And the last storyline of the episode is Hootie's trying to help Luz, because Luz is trying to ask Amity out, and in this somewhat goofy, adorable way, he creates this tunnel of love, which Luz is so embarrassed by it and tries to destroy it, which inadvertently brings them together. Like, Hootie is literally the reason why we have Lumity, which is a combination of Luz and Amity.
Like, yes. It was just a good excuse to just make that, like, it's not implied anymore. I was like, it's now, like, these characters are a couple. Like, we have said it now. Like, it is canon.
Exactly.
Like, there's no tippy-toeing around this. They're together. They're
and oh my god,
partners.
I screamed so fucking much when I saw it. Like, they kissed. And that was a big part of this episode, and it's just. There's also, like, you feel with Luz when she was putting so much into asking her out, and then Amity just comes out like full on confidence, like, Luz, will you go out with me?
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of confidence.
Previously we had Garnet, we had Marceline and Bubblegum.
Yes.
Now we have a younger couple that's actually developing, like, those other series. Yes, Garnet had the entire Steven Universe series of being Garnet, being a combination of Ruby and Sapphire. Now we have an actual young couple that's gone through the heartache of trying to ask each other out, slowly becoming friends.
More like it's a little less like mystical, like because they're kind of actually, like actual real girls, and so I feel like they're a little bit more relatable in that way.
True, but technically it would be with Adventure Time, technically, despite them being a vampire and a wad of bubblegum. But here they're letting it slowly develop into a romance. And then they're working on the relationship, like giving it time to develop. Like, it took them a while to kiss. It took them a while to actually ask each other out.
Yeah,
Where usually it's just, bang, they kiss. Oh, we're going to push the romance to the back of the story. We're not even going to really focus on it. We're going to make it look like they're more like friends. No, we have...
Yeah, like, even in, like, I guess, like, filler episodes, you get, like, little moments of them, like, together, so...
And you also kind of feel like it is a real relationship in the episode where, with Amity's family. Like, Luz is willing to do whatever it takes to keep Amity in school, despite her antics, which are getting her taken out of school. And you also feel like the abusive relationship, the overbearing parents, and the emotionally abusive relationship that Amity has with her parents. I want to say it's something like in Gravity Falls. No, actually it is very much Gravity Falls. It's Pacifica's parents all over again. And that shows the influence that Gravity Falls, another series by Disney, actually brings into this. This is just such a good show, and it was a huge staple for the LGBTQ community, and it did a lot.
It's just like a good show, just like in general, not just because of the relationship, but like the fights are really well choreographed, the way that the characters develop.
There is so much lore in this.
There's so much lore in it. It's so deep and rich, this like world that they created.
I just really want to know who the guy that created the portal is. And what happened to his brother.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to say is that, like, yes, it goes, like, to really, like, deep, dark, like, gruesome places, but it's also really lighthearted and silly. It reminds you that it's still a kid show. It's, like, and it really balances that out really well. Like, it'll hit you with, something gruesome, then it'll hit you with something silly, Sort of like Gravity Falls did.
True. I also like how they put actual time into the magic. Like most series, like even Harry Potter, yes, they had certain classes, but it was like one class, boom, you learn this spell, you're good. Here they actually develop new things, like Ida's method of training Luz to learn how to use her own magic. It comes back full circle in the second season is all I'm gonna say.
And yes,
like coming up with new ways to combine spells, coming up with new ways to use them, and it's...
Yes, I was just going to say that I'm excited to see, I know that it's, there's not much left.
There's like 12 episodes left, technically.
But I'm, glad I'm excited to see what they do with the rest of the series.
And I hope
With what
Disney
they
will
have
get their
left.
head out of their ass soon.
Yes.
Like, this needs to continue. You gave Gravity Falls what they needed. You gave them the time. Why can't you do that for this? Oh my god, the Hootie episode where Hootie eats King's letter to, his father. His father sends a letter explaining everything about him, explaining his entire backstory, why he, left, and we get no development from that. Like, Hootie never coughs it up, and King doesn't find out that his father is looking for him or trying to explain everything to him. And that was the only moment with Hootie. Like, I'm like, come on, really? We were so close to learning more about King and having him meet up with his father. Like, Hootie's got has got a huge hand in a lot of the good things in this series, but also he screws up shit like that. I also like the little King episode where we go through the tomb to find things out about him. I mean, I'm forgetting a lot of things that I want to talk about. You know, screw it. I'm giving this a 11 out of 11. Sextuple A+, and we highly recommend this series to anyone looking for something really good on Disney Channel, especially since we are getting at least part 2 of season 2, hopefully in February. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, check it out right now, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell for more videos. And have a great night, and stay Hootie.